On a fresh summer day, as I stepped away from my cubicle at my terrible office customer support job, I had no idea that in just a few moments, all those memories, all of that joy nestled within me would be reawakened, even if for a second. That 12-year-old boy hurrying home from school every day to grind to a 50 in Lone Wolf or hop into Customs and play Ghostbusters with the boys, with the strike of a single piano chord, I was transported to my childhood. If there's one thing 343 succeeded with initially, it was the marketing. But when I watch that trailer now, I'm only filled with anger. Those feelings I once had have been manipulated, deceived by a cynical leadership that knows that they can fool people into purchasing their bare minimum efforts, and all they have to do is hit those notes. With the strike of a single piano chord, all I'm allowed to think of is the greed and theft of Halo, the shell of a consumer product that it has become. My question is, why? There was a time where I could empathize with 343 Industries' decisions as a studio, where I rationalized their radically different direction for Halo as a simple manner of making their mark on the franchise. Hell, I made videos about it. That time is past. It's abundantly clear to any critical thinking person that can rub two cells together nowadays that the simple and consistent reasoning for 343 to work on Halo has always been to broaden its appeal. Not only that, but to abandon its original fans. We don't matter. If a new demographic can come along and play it with all the bells and whistles of Fortnite, monetization of course included, Halo doesn't even have to be for us anymore. The truth is, this has been their plan from the start. The interviews I hear from people stating that they made mistakes during development of prior games is frankly bullshit. Halo 4 didn't accidentally change the entire art style of the franchise. It didn't accidentally change the multiplayer to be as close to a Call of Duty clone as possible. Halo MCC didn't accidentally get released broken. They knew the game was busted, but they rushed it to market because it's what they do. It's what they always do. Halo 5 didn't launch without a ton of features by mistake. Again, they rushed it to market. Its campaign wasn't bad for no reason. It was bad because they focused far closer on multiplayer, because that's where the money is. And ultimately, Halo Infinite is the same. Halo Infinite is missing features because as long as there is a store to buy things in and a multiplayer to flaunt your Spartan, that is all that matters. So to reiterate, I am done giving 343 the benefit of the doubt. I realize now that there is nothing that can be done to salvage the franchise into something that is meant to appeal to me, because frankly, it isn't. Halo isn't meant for us anymore. Why does it have to be this way? Because that's where the money is. And that's the primary motive for any decisions 343 and Microsoft make. This is a story we've all heard before. It's the local bigwig tearing down the village shops to build a shopping mall. It's the boss stepping in and telling everyone they're fired because their jobs are redundant. It's the age-old story of wealthy individuals squeezing dry a product of which they have zero care or concern, and empathize with not even an ounce, and we're left begging for the droplets that remain. Why are we so desperate to taste something that's been devoid of flavor for a decade? Is it just a brand name? Is it simply the memories associated? What's the point anymore? If you rewound the clock approximately 15 years, circa 2007, you'd find a small 12-year-old boy grinning ear to ear, staring at a 480p flat-screen CRT TV. Whereas he'd shared his TV with his brother before, this one was his. Not only was the TV his, so was the fresh Xbox 360 that he was able to buy, because for a brief window of time, his parents were doing so well that they let him get one. But as he held down that pale controller with the awkward, bumpy Xbox logo, and the Xbox flickered to life, it wasn't Call of Duty that he was going to play. Not Gears of War. Not Madden. No. He wanted to be transported to another world. A place where he could jump into a session with people thousands of miles away, where the possibilities were endless. He could survive an infection. He could jump into campaign and break out of the map. He could go take badass photos in theater. Hell, he could do nearly whatever experiences his imagination could think up. That was all he could ever want. Truly. It still is.